That should be working.
Warhammer Live preview show coming to you from Nottingham.
Here we go, boys.
This is Alex. We're really excited to be with you this evening. Now we've got so much stuff to show people, right?
Yep, I'm incredibly excited. We've got stuff from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer the Age of Sigmar, Kilty, and the Old World.
That's going to be great. That's all coming up very soon. Now, this weekend we are celebrating it, of course, as Adepticon over there in America, in Milwaukee. If you're there at the event, hello. You may have already seen some stuff we're about to show you already, but keep quiet for now. Great to have you here. But of course, there's folks all around the world. Please let us know in the chat where you are.
Guys, let me know in the chat this is working. Can you hear it? Is everything okay?
Live, you can ask us questions. We have Ed over in Question Corner. Ed, how are you doing? All right?
Good, thanks, Nick. Yeah,
Good to have you here, man.
if you've got any questions, do start with question right at the beginning. It'll help me filter out, try and see what everyone wants to ask.
Now, crucially, that is in the Twitch chat only. I know we're on YouTube as well, but if you're on Twitch, please put questions in there. We'll try to get as many of those answers as we possibly can as the show goes on. Now, we have so much to show you this evening. In fact, we're going to give you a quick glimpse right now.
Ah, here we go. Kill team. World. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? See some Nurgle dudes. Adeptus Mechanicus.
That was very exciting.
Lots of stuff there.
You've seen us, you've seen the sizzle reel. It's now time to jump straight into the old world with the Wood Elf realms.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the Wood Elves are the defenders of Castle Lauren. It's a highly elite force, lots of cavalry, lots of archers. You get a fantastic battalion, as well as their arcade journal, which contains all the lore background, regiments. They've got Orion in there, loads of fantastic stuff.
Yeah, absolutely elite army on the tabletop. These guys are superb at shooting you off the table. That's absolutely right.
Little
okay. We've got the hero here, the Arab Lord of Talson as well, who's coming alongside the Wood Elves. This guy was a coward thief.
Yes, he was a cowardly youth, however, having all the crystals and not the goddess. Do. He then regained his courage and eventually went on to slay Morgan the Corruptor.
A superb Lord level hero for your Wood Elf forces. This guy carries his burden to battle, scouring the Eye Thief. There can be central protect the eyes out of your enemies, which is great fun.
High elves, okay, decent. I mean, I like high elves. I like old world.
48-page book dedicated to the Wood Elf with background, rules, historical recreations. You can fight in there. New heroes. We've got Orion in the woods.
Come on, get back to the models. Wow. Hey there, Ryan. Hey, Zachary. Hey, Biscuit Eater. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So far, one green model. Not very orky, though. How do you guys feel about the old world stuff? Is anybody playing it? Is anybody interested in it?
So there we are.
Wood Elves aren't the only things that are coming to the old world. We've got the Beastman Riders returning.
Ooh, okay. There's some kit bashing potential.
Full of everything you can think of as a gore or a golem.
Absolutely right. Yeah, the Beastman, of course, the wild horse in Warhammer the Old World. Super powerful. Lots of cheap infantry running around.
So Beastmen have always been a good basis for doing Diganobs, which are the Yumis that would follow the Orcsies around, and also as good body swaps. Like this guy right here, you take off that goat head and you put on an orc head, and bam, you got yourself a weird boy.
You tend to be given a bit of an easy ride. They love that. Cromwell is a prophet. He can see the future, which has allowed him to stay one step ahead of his enemies. And we mentioned Orion before. Orion is currently hunting him, however, has been unsuccessful.
He's a powerful level 4 wizard and a leering spirit that he comes into battle to be placed on the battlefield to cast devolving magic.
Ryan, hey, how it's Tipsy Old World. Dude, I hear you. So their rule books are pretty darn reasonable for what they are. And then the model kits, they're expensive, but you get so much plastic in them. Like the Orc Boys kit is 40 boys. It's really hard to like not do. And also, like locally where I am, we've got great gameplay with it. So, man, if I had some teeth. Mostly just the models. Ooh, revised Skaven. That sounds like fun, Zachary. I want to see the war dancers for the Wood Elves. Wow, Mr. Seven. Yeah, right. I'm telling you, man, Old World is like where it's at. 6 Plus Stevo actually did a whole unboxing and review on the Orc Boys set, showing you how compatible it is with the older 40k Boys set. They're the exact same legs and torsos. They're so good. It's the best way to add bodies to your army. All right, here we go. Here's something new. What are we gonna get?
Under the watch of my father, Sen Yang, the Celestial Dragon Emperor, Grand Cathay stands as a door.
Oh, Grand Cathay!
Forces of darkness.
Yo!
Now, as the hordes of chaos threaten to breach our sacred battlements, this haven of order prepares for war. Upon the walls of the great bastion are mustered countless soldiers, ingenious war machines.
Ooh, look at the cannon. This could be good.
Who stand ready, determined to hold back the tide. Resolutely, I perform the duty bestowed on me by my divine father centuries ago. Through devout study of the twin powers of yin and yang,
I mean, there's gonna be a dragon. You guys know I love me a dragon.
and summon lightning from the heavens.
One day, I will get the dragon models and I will paint them. I love the dragon models that they have for Old World and Age of Sigmar. Oh, hey, Keith. Yeah, if you could hang, man. There's supposed to be some absolutely wicked 40k reveals tonight. So, just saying.
This is Grand Cathay. Our eternal
They've made their streams a lot more crisp, too. They've been done within that hour, so that's why we're giving it a go again. Yo, look at these guys. Ho, 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 ho. What? Oh, dude. That dragon was sick. He's got the mustache thingy, like Chinese dragons and stuff. Any orc stuff? I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be anything specifically orky, but there's been rumors that there has been. So,
Alex, you are Grand
dude. Okay, I don't know what the giant statue guys are, but those are wild. But the horsies, the knight guys down there on the bottom, and their regular soldiers, those would make wicked proxies for a 40k army, man. To do Imperial Guard, do a different regiment. Show us that dragon again.
What a great sort of idea and concept for a force, and it's a very different army to anything else you might see in Warhammer the Old World. They are an elite army, heavily armed.
Right, Frank? That thing is huge. Like,
super elite.
it's got to be bigger than like a Gorgonaut, like height-wise.
And we're going to go through a few of them now because the battalion box set.
There we go. Okay.
See here.
Like, seriously, think about this, right? If you liked the Death Corps of Krieg rules, but you didn't like the models so much, like, look, they had the Bombard and the missile launcher, and then these dudes would make sick guardsmen. Oh, man. Like those helmets with the big, like, palm things on them. They don't look like any of the, like, traditional, like, Vostroyan Firstborn or anything like that. But they, like, just as their own standalone thing, you give all those guys las guns, dude, you're done. Cannons we made to Mech, that's absolutely. Every kit is an orc kit. We will absolutely be identifying what we can orcify out of here. Lots of hair squigs in this one. If you need some hair squigs, this would be your set.
Not just the only thing, they've got maybe the anvil of the army is the Jade Warriors, but let's talk about the Jade Lancers, the cavalry.
Yeah, these guys are sick. Like, that's been the one thing I've seen on, like, the Death Corps of Krieg horses, is they're just a little funky looking with those demon claw things. These guys, though, these are sick. And you could still use, like, Attilan Rough Riders, too, and you'd still have the two different looks, and they would still both be, like, Eastern looking. It'd be really cool. Right, Zachary? Yeah, that weird boy one would be super solid. Sav Master, wow! What is happening?
These guys can fight in an extra rank with their Cafe and Lancers, so that makes them super hitty. And also the Cafe and Cataphracts rule lets this unit follow up from combat and counters charging next turn. So this is going to go straight through units into the next one. Are absolutely devastating. But if you don't...
All right, looking at the legs of the horses, there's at least 3 different horse bottoms. Okay, these guys... Oh, dude, that's a dragon's mouth that the missile launcher's coming out of. Oh, that is sick. Okay, that would make a rad Met gun too. I mean, you could turn it into like Gork's mouth or Mork's mouth or Squig mouth. Dude, those are rad. And then the big dudes there in the back, those big ogre-looking guys, you could totally kit bash those into some war bosses. Those are some beefy fellas. And they got the heads are nice and low, right? You got the shoulders nice and high, so it's super easy to put an orc head on it. And the rest of it will just work. 9673 WOG! I mean, look at this. You buy that kit, you've got one Met gun, and you've got like a war boss body that you can use. And then you got all these bits from the gunner dudes. But I mean, honestly, like a standalone, like, man, this makes me want to play Old World so hard. This army is rad.
The Grand Cannon you see here does such devastating damage, it has thunderous impact on its shots, slowing down enemy units nearby where the shot landed. And the firing...
Seriously though, like, look at this big guy in the back, right? And like the dude with the drums now. So this is going to be the same kit. What they'll do is they'll have that cannon piece will be separate, and then it looks like there's like some separate arms and heads for these guys. But those are the same basic bodies on everybody. But you take that big dude there in the back, you put an orc head on him, right? And then give him some orky weapons. That dude's a war boss, man. He is a unit. Okay, the Chinese lantern flying contraptions are sweet.
The crew then sit in an armored gondola and they're able to direct it using those sails on the side.
All I see when I see this is like super cheap Mechanica models. I'm sure you guys that have priced out Adeptus Mechanicus models, they're so expensive. This might be a cheaper way to do a proxy army.
This is great. The magistrate you see there is a hero choice for the force, and you can choose to mount him in a scarlet if you want to. He can be on foot.
Keith, got enough Old World orcs, you wouldn't need to buy much. That's the other thing that I have to really appreciate about Old World, is they have kept it where if you have your army from back when it was Warhammer Fantasy Battles, you're pretty much good to go. I really do appreciate that about it. Like, man, if I still had... I never really had like a big army or anything like that, but I had a couple of like little things I was putting together because I was wanting to play it, man. I could totally just jump right into the game. Oops, works. Hey, we can't spell anyway. They're the same. See, okay, kit bashing idea. You get yourself one of these, right? And I don't know if it's like Stompa big, but it's at least Gorkanaut big, right? You fill the gondola with grots instead of orcs, and you use that in your Grot Revolution army as your Stompa. Yeah, dude, these things are nutter butters. Terracotta golems, dude. Okay, the head on this one. Show us that head. That head looks orky. Man, I wish they'd show us more of the green one's head. That face on that is really cool. Show the other one.
They actually get different rules in the game as well, so the Terracotta Sentinel can regenerate, while the Granite Sentinel will have a better arm save, and the Warpstone Sentinel is going to sort of really badly affect the nearby enemy.
Every time they get close to that head, they switch back to this dude.
These things are huge, rare behemoths, and they're just great fun, and you definitely have one in your force. But let's have a look at another 70s model here, the Shigendan Lord on the Great Spirit Longmarch.
What?
Dragon-blooded, they're natural sorcerers. They're just as skilled at wielding the elemental winds as they are with the blade.
Man, it's been a long time since Games Workshop has released a dragon in the Eastern style like this, and this is cool. This is sick. Like, look at how it's like long and skinny and flowing. I love that they've got wings down on this one, and the antlers built in. Okay. If you need an alternative beast boss on Squigosaur, there's your Squigosaur. That thing's cool. A beast boss would totally ride that thing, right? Yeah, the dragon horse. I won't lie though, I kind of want this army, like just as is. I would totally play Old World with this. This looks so cool. Man. And again, as a 40k army, I mean, that is your standard bearer for your Imperial Guard HQ. Dude, that would just be sick. Oh, that's the one thing you got to give GW, right? They are still the best miniature makers in the world. Like, all of those were absolutely on point. So the last Old World army, the last Age of Sigmar army was goblins, right? They did the instead of the Bad Moon guys, it was the Wolf Riders and stuff. I might be getting that wrong. Was it Age of Sigmar or Old World? Somebody let me know in the comments. But that army had just literally just came out with all the gobos riding the wolves, and they had like the war chariot and things like that. Those were all really cool. So they've got that head off that granite one is in the background right now. It's a really orky head. I like it. Everything you need to field your Grand Cafe army in a game of Warhammer the Old World is in this book. So if you're going to collect an army, you need to get yourself a copy of this book as well. But that's not the only thing. We've got one more thing to show you from this army. Take a look at this. Oh, that says this.
This is Miao Ying, the commander of the armies of the Great Bastion and ruler of Noble Cafe from the seat of power in Nagao.
Dude, look at this dragon.
Hobgoblins, barbarians, you name it. She was assigned to her position by the celestial dragon himself, and often considered the favorite.
I'm not sure about the armor, how it's like so far off of the skin, but maybe that makes it where you don't have to put it on the dragon, where you could run it unarmored. That would be cool. Zach, Gloomspite gets for AOS. Thank you, brother. Much appreciated.
Is as a dragon, and sometimes she can transform herself into the human form. So I guess let's terrify her too, which is what's important as well. I mean, look at that.
Oh, that's kind of cool that they give you the human form too. What's up, Stink Shop? Yeah, it just started maybe 15 minutes ago. The only thing you've missed is we're on Old World right now, and they just released Grand Cathay, and it's actually been really, really cool. It's very Eastern influenced, like Imperial Japanese style. They've got these big honking stone golems. They're really rad. And then this dragon that they're showing us right now that's just super sweet. Calvin, what's up?
That whole collection is just incredible.
Anyway, I got all you guys here and listening. Has everyone filled out their bracket yet for the Mork Madness Challenge? Remember, it's totally free. All you gotta do is fill out the bracket and post it. You might win. I should be doing that reveal show live, maybe live, next week, either Wednesday or Thursday. And we should be doing it with one of the war bosses. War boss Kit, by the way. The one that did, we looked at last October. He did the really rad Kit bashed battle wagon thing.
Everything we've just seen is plastic.
Oh, snap. Did you guys catch that? All of that was plastic for that Old World army. That's rad. Keith, live would be cool. Dude, live would be cool. I really want to do live. This is a brand new live streaming setup, by the way. This is the very first live stream on the laptop. All of my previous ones have been through the phone or the camera. So far, so good. This is working really good. So we might be able to really do this nicely with War Boss Ken. If we're lucky, we're going to get a third in there, too. That way there's three of us to argue. Mork, Gork, and Fork.
or in fact, just answer my next question, which was, is the Sky Lantern attachment base purely from the plastic parts?
Look at the cute little plushie.
Okay, final question.
I kind of want the little Tyrannid.
Biggest rivals in the world.
Ooh, they don't have a rival. Arguably, they're amongst the oldest and most powerful kingdoms in the old world.
But they particularly hate the forces of chaos.
Oh, I absolutely loathe chaos.
Okay.
Bajork. No, it's Spork. That's right. Gork, Mork, and Spork.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Alright, cool. Anything else said? Anything more on that?
Oh, they had the little nerdling now, too. Where's the Squiggy? Oh, he's right there. I'm covering the Squiggy. I don't know if you guys have gotten the plushie, like the Squig or the Grot, but they're hilarious, and they're actually, like, really nicely sized for the money. Ooh, here we go. Vulcus Trembles. So this kill team? What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, Archaeotech, always good. I see a flamer, very Imperial style. Are those Gene Stealers?
Here we go, Kill Team Typhon is the next release coming for Kill Team, and it's extremely exciting. We have got a big box here full of loads of miniatures and the much asked for, much waited for Tyranid specific Kill Team is here.
Yes. It's aliens, but in Kill Team. I love it.
Where's Typhon set and who are the combatants?
So, we're still on Vulcus, we're in Hyper Silicus, the Great Gun is fired, and when it does fire, the backdraft sort of levels everything around it.
Oh my god, it's Adeptus Mechanicus versus Tyranids. That box is, like, already sold out. There's no way. No way.
Go and find some of the archaeological bits that are hidden down there. But when they've done so, they've awoken some rabbits.
Oh dear, you don't want to wake up.
Are those the new Neurogons? I see brain smooshies on them.
Kill Team, 5 miniatures in the Ravenous Kill Team. You also notice there are some Hormigons in the background here too.
Oh, regular Hormigons.
Just a second. But the Ravenous Kill Team is 5 models. You can make quite a few different versions here. You can make lots of Raven Warriors if you wanted to, as you see at 40k. You can also make it Prime, as much as other things we're going to go over in a second.
Dude, what are these? These things are sick. Is that to be the cheapest admin models in existence? You're not wrong, dude. So these aren't the Von Ryan Sleepers, and they're not Tyranid Warriors. These guys are something totally new.
As you mentioned, these can be built into several different sub-varieties. You've got the Prime as a nodal hub for the brood and coordinates the rest of them.
I mean, these are cool. These are darn cool. Yo, Calvin, kit bashing a shock jump Drexel. What you making it out of, man? Ooh, that was cool. Ailer one's okay. The first tall one was really cool, and then the crunchy one. Oh, they're Raveners. Interesting. Am I good down here in the corner, or am I covering too much stuff? I can move me up there, or over there, or right in the middle. You guys let me know. Yeah, these armor dudes are sick. Hot Wheels large pullback truck. Oh, nice. Yeah, the new bigger Hot Wheels are a good size. So 1/32nd scale is about right for us. So anything 1/32nd, 1/35th, somewhere around there makes a great base. And a lot of those, the newer, bigger ones are about that size. So that should be really good. What's the roundness in the background? Does it come and say? I don't know, Keith. Yo, new servitors. Yeah, who are these guys?
Alongside them, they've got the servitor Odysseus, that guy that seems to be floating there. Basically, these guys specialize in reprogramming and controlling services, translating the mission into complex subroutines suitable for their challenges, but they can be a bit enthusiastic about the acquisition of more servitors, so if you do happen to have one of these guys float by, be careful they don't steal them. So alongside them, you've got a whole host of various servitors. You can have gun servitors, or servo stabilizers, and even techno-medics, which is a rare willingness to heal the fleshy parts of servitors, because you are on a mission far from the forge. You know, sometimes needs must, right? Absolutely right.
Who are the regular dudes? Servitors too?
Where they can transfer power from one server to another. One maybe shuts down and transfers an API to another, which is really good fun.
Because like that dude in the back, like he looks like he's still mostly like there and not mind controlled, but maybe he is. Dude, these guys are so cool. Right?
Great fun. Now, coming alongside those,
yeah, these are some great bits to loot. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh.
Where you would find the full rules for both the kill teams, but also has really loads of extra stuff in there as well. You see all tokens and things, the cards that come with the box. Inside the dossier, you'll find the joint ops and infantry ops mission packs in here as well. The joint ops is really good fun. That's where the Hormigans and Rippers that you get in the box that come into play as well. Because
oh snap!
Campaign for playing through the narrative of the Tyranid invasion.
Okay, that's really cool. When they give you a narrative campaign in the box, then they give you extra minis and stuff for it. That's really rad. So you get a squad of Termagants that comes with the Ripper Swarm. And Orchid's there, good to go. Calvin, you're not wrong, dude. Oh, there's that terrain. So if I'm not wrong, these are the first Tyranid terrain pieces since the Battle for Macragge starter set that launched 4th edition. That's how long it's been. Remember that? It came with the round, the spore pools for the spore mines. Dude, those things are so cool. Those look like a lot of fun to paint. Like a lot of fun to paint. Okay, the bottom right one that has the holes in it, I really want to get one of those and then put a bunch of orcs around it with some mallets like they're playing whack-a-mole, but it's like whack-a-termagant. That would make an awesome diorama.
Anything else we want to fire away?
Well, obviously the big one is for both kill teams, are we going to see rules for them in 40k?
So right now, of course, we do have rules for Rabbits in the Turbo Codex already.
Speaking of kill teams, you boys all saw that the Breaker Boys got released, right? You can buy them on their own. If you haven't gotten them yet, you can still pre-order and all that stuff. Don't pay full retail for them. I was able to find them for cheaper through my local game store, but they are not a limited release. They're just going to be out. So even if they sell out right now, like they will come back. But you should definitely try to get some.
So as I mentioned before, basically the Raveners can be deposited on a planet well ahead of the Hive Fleet and can stay there for years, if not decades. So it could be a precursor to an invasion, but it also might be, a little option. So we don't yet know.
Fingers crossed it's not a full invasion though, right? For the sake of the Imperium.
Fingers crossed it is a full invasion.
On your side, sir.
And it's about time they did bring some Tyranid stuff back. I mean, it's what launched 10th, and then the storyline just kind of fizzled.
In terms of build options, are we able to see just full unit of normal Raveners? Is there an ability to build multiple of each one? Basically, what we do in that game. So basically, the kit you can build, you could build all 5 Raveners out of Ravener Warrior, which is essentially the Ravener you can see in the sort of Ravener squad in the Warhammer 40,000 game. There's also full rules for Ravener Warriors in Kill Team 2, so if you want to build 5 Ravener Warriors, you could use that as your kill team, no problems at all. As for the other options, you get enough bits to build 1 of each, so 1 Prime, 1 Wrecker, 1...
Yeah, so Keith, I ordered 2 sets. I'm going to do a full breakdown video on them because you are going to be able to kit bash them. But I'm going to build 1 of each set out of the box and then kit bash 1 of each set. So I'm going to kit bash tank bustas with the leftover parts to build tank bustas, and I'm going to kit bash. Yo, that's cool. And I'm going to kit bash a squad of the Breaker Boys with the leftover bits from that. So I will have the full how-to on that as soon as mine arrive.
In fun, fast-paced games using streamlined rules. Each spearhead box contains all the miniatures you need to...
Wow, they're really doubling down on the spearhead thing. This is cool.
With rules and updates available free online. Obliterate your foes from a distance. Impose a grisly tag on them. Devour them whole through gluttony. Or shred them with cold-blooded savagery. The choice is yours with 4 new spearheads. March forth into the realm of death and prepare for battle with spearhead, sand, and bone.
That's kind of rad. Does it come with some armies too? It looked like it came with a couple little armies.
Spearhead, Sand and Bone. This is basically a new expansion of the Spearhead with a whole load of new and exciting additions. You find 2 areas of the realm of death, double death.
You love this, don't you?
Yes, you've got Ossia and Dolorum. Basically, you've got 2 sides of that board.
Okay.
With a whole new set of scenery. Now, I'm going to say it. We've got
The scenery isn't the greatest. It's a couple of fences and a coffin. But 2-sided board, always good. I like that the objectives are already on the board. That makes setup easy.
No, you're right. It's nice little.
It was a good day for Spearhead. I've heard Spearhead's really good to play too. That's probably where I'll dip my toes in Age of Sigmar. Is like literally getting my favorite Spearhead, which might be Cities of Sigmar right now, and then like playing a game and seeing how it goes. And yeah, maybe get some other Spearheads. You know, with all that time in Tifa I have, like all the rest of you guys.
But 2 of them are super close in the centre of the board.
Oh, the guy with the saber
there as well. Both boards really sort of want you to get into the action point, which is great fun. You also notice on the screen as well, we've got some new terrain features here as well. This is the new mystical terrain that's being added in, which can either be set up on the board at the start of the game, or maybe brought in through one of the twists in the game as well. We've got the Crypt of Blood, where your fighters can take an unholy draft and try and best their foes in combat.
Show us the armies. That's what we want to see.
Which is the statue there. Which you can sort of call upon the Veil Promises of the icon, and maybe it will help you. Maybe it won't. Bit of a big risk there.
You guys see the red squig to water bottle? I bet this idea of having a special run made that say like best grout on them for each of the grats to give them to them, I think that'd be kind of fun. Here we go. New Spearheads. Let's go. Yo, okay, there's some kit bashing for you. Are those gobos on the bottom? Those are gobos. So check it out, boys. You get some Gretchen, and you get some great bodies for doing some special characters. Lizard peepers.
And then you've got that big block of Saurus warriors, all led by that Sunblood.
Yeah, terrifying combat. The Hunter's Punch should definitely go for nipping around, grabbing it.
I wish they showed us the first one a little longer. I feel like there was one other piece in that we missed. It looked like there was a chariot or something in the back too. But that first Spearhead was definitely worth it. It had the goblins in it. Yeah, now see, these Cities of Sigmar guys, I really like these. I mean, yeah, you got the sniper tower dude that's on the back of the giant. And the dudes with the shields. Look at the rhino.
By doing that, but I tell you what, if you want to go for a smaller, more elite force, take a look at the Ossiarch Reaper's Mortizan Elite. It's just 9 models, but what 9 models they are.
I mean, these are cool. They are objectively cool. The skeleton warrior things just kind of aren't my thing. But if you're into it, like especially those 2 big dudes in the front corners, those guys are sick.
Yeah, there's not a model that hasn't got at least health 4, and most of them have 3+ save as well, so these guys are tough.
Ooh, these guys are like custodies, even though they're brown. Interesting. A big rhino pulling a... See, that's what I thought I saw, Calvin. So, dude, you get a big Squigosaur rhino thing, and you get, like, super grots, and you get, like, bodies to make really awesome kit bash characters. That Spearhead might be the best kit so far, at least for us orcs. Jehu, wow!
Along with the new rules updates, you can make regiments of renown, battle formations, enhancement, but every faction is getting at least one updated warstroll card for an existing unit.
That's right, and
updated card. Ooh.
General's Handbook, which is going to be the climax of the Scourge of Garrus season. We see that new General's Handbook arrive. It's that time of year. Here it is. And the difference here with the General's Handbook this time around is rather than just being a book, it's actually a complete box inside, which is your 72-page book. You've got your battle plan and battle tactics cards.
Okay, that's not terribly bad. If you're into that kind of competitive play, to be able to get the rule book and then all the little insert sheets and the objective markers and all that in one buy, it just all depends on the price they're charging.
So this is
You know, if that's like 25, 30 bucks, that's all right. But, you know, if that thing's like 50, 60, 70, man, forget it. Right? I'm with you, Keith. It's a whole lot of meh. Again, if it was cheap, like cheap, it's cool. Jehu, any cool bits are released? You just missed a new spearhead for Ogre Maw Tribes, and in it had like 15 or 20 Gretchen that were really, really rad looking. And then, what was it, like 8-ish great big ogre dudes that the bodies would be perfect for making Kit Bash Orc special characters. And then there was a freaking rhinoceros towing a chariot or something that looked really cool. So yeah, definitely some Kit Bash potential in that one. And then also, way back at the beginning, they started off with Old World, and they did Cathay, which is a very like Eastern style army, and they have some really, really rad guns, great big giant guns that can be used for mech guns that were really cool. And then also in the middle was Kill Team, and the new Kill Team box is going to be Tyranids versus Adeptus Mechanicus, and the Mechanicus squad is all servitors, and there was just tons of DACA. Like, that kit, when it comes out on its own without the Tyranids, when it's just the servitors, might be a really awesome kit. And you guys know they're saving 40K for last. I mean, that's just what they do. So here's the thing, though. We got a little bit of 40K left, and then it's going to be like time for 11th edition. It really is. And the rumor mill is Orcs are the big bad in the 11th edition launch box. So just like we were in 2nd, and just like we were in 5th, it could be our time again in 11th. What? No escape? They haven't done Age of Sigmar yet. Well, I guess Spearhead is Age of Sigmar, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know, Calvin. That's a great question. Although, I mean, Skaven just got their big blow up, right? And then they got the second round after the initial. And they've got a new Spearhead and all that. So I don't know, like, what does Skaven need right now? They killed Kenny, those bastards! God, Jay, I'm telling you, man, looted. If I got made CEO of Games Workshop for one day, the first thing I would do is make looted wagons a thing again. I'm just saying. You guys know that one of the things you can win on the Win Old Big Mek's Orc Army is a loot your own looted tank, right? You get that Lehman Russ and then a whole bag of bits to orcify it to your own desires. Just saying. Second place ain't so bad.
If you've got an idea what that could be, let us know in the chat, and we'll see what you think. That's a good one, actually. That could be. I've got at least 2 in my mind. It could definitely be. Right, with that done, it's time to take a move forward into the 41st millennium.
All right, here we go.
Let's start off then with the chapter group deck. It's that season. We've seen it already.
I don't want to buy more cards and objectives and garbage.
Now, this season, we're going to see some new decks.
Again, if you're into the competitive play thing, I'm happy for you. That's great. I just don't like that they do it so often and how much they charge for it. You know, if these things were cheap, that'd be something totally different. You know, I could see throwing $10 at a pack of mission cards, but not the prices they charge. They're just way too much. Yeah, Calvin, looted tank. Where is it? Right here. You could win this gorgeous tank right here and a full bag of bits, Old Big Mek's own personal bits, to loot it to your heart's desire. One of you.
Instead of secret missions this time around,
all you got to do is be a channel member or a Patreon, or buy something from theredonesgofaster.com. Everybody that buys something got entered as well. And if you want extra entries, you can give away channel memberships. Every channel membership you give away, like in the Super Chat thing, gets you an entry too. You guys just got a few days left. Ends on the 31st.
And briefly here, this deck is designed to have lots of different ways to play and put down match play to give you real replayability in your games and to make your games much more exciting.
Jay, I'd love for you to win it, brother. I really would. I was going to loot the tank myself because that's like my favorite thing in the whole world to do. Then I was like, wait a minute. Like, what better of a prize than, like, not only here is the tank to loot, but here's all the things you can put on it to loot and letting you do it. All right, here we go. We got some world eaters.
Jackals, as well as the slaughterbound, that brand new hero. So this guy, where 8-Bit has sort of 8 demons trapped within him, is basically taken on a bloodthirster that's given an exceptional strength. Along with them, they've got their brand new.
So why isn't he just a demon prince, but without wings? Yeah, Nicholas, your order of the water bottle, bud, that got you an entry into the contest. Every single order gets you an entry. So yeah, or I should say every single thing on your order. So like if you ordered 2 things, like say you got a water bottle and a t-shirt, that's 2 entries. So it's everything you buy on the site. So, you know, if you got 4 drots like me, you buy 4 things, it's 4 entries.
Absolutely right. The codex is coming as well, of course, including 5 new detachments. You can include Cornate demons in your army, much like the Emperor's Children could include Celestial demons in the army.
This guy, no, I could see Gazgul having a, you know, maybe lasting like more than 1 turn with Gaz. He would be fun to fight. He would be fun to fight against.
Yeah, so Karanak should be in the Codex Demons Index. He's not, and we don't ever wants it, so have no fear, he will be back when the World Eaters Codex comes out. We'll be back in that and also in an updated index at the same time.
Interesting. Did you guys catch that? So they had forgotten about that unit in the Codex, and they just announced that they did forget it, but that they're going to come out with the rules for it anyway. I wonder if that means any of the orc units might come back from the dead. The green one had a downgrade for Lumen Rust that was pretty cool. Huh. Been playing it works for decades. You got me that works so good. Nice. Dude, I'm glad you got that for her. That's rad. Finally, a Lord of Contagion. God, what's it been? 7-8 years?
Yes.
He's sick, too. Look at that sword.
Too far away from see him at all. That gigantic sword on his back is a great plague blade. And let me tell you what, that's one of the most powerful combat weapons in 40k. It's great. Again, the Codex includes lots of attachments.
That is so cool. Vestrock, who has a Death Guard army, he's going to go nutso for that. That guy is so cool.
And you know what? Let's round off the unholy triumvirs of chaos. We've got 1,000 Suns.
Yes.
Oh, snap. What are those things in the front?
Those sector robots. So these are mechanical constructs
Looting. Oh, I want to loot those so bad. Wonder how big they are. They look kind of tall and skinny. I wonder if you get 2 in the box. But those would be sick to loot. Cut the head off and throw a Groton orc in there driving. Yeah, and the gun on the one dude was really rad. It was nice and big and it had like control cables going to it. And then they got those missile pod things kind of going up.
We've seen already the Emperor's Children having an absolutely beautiful limited edition codex.
Okay, so they look tall, but I think it's just they're really skinny. But those might not be that big. Those could be good for like Killican kit bashes, maybe. You could always like chop the legs down too to get the height right if you wanted, or like mount them on some tank treads or something. But those, that'd be a sick kit.
In person, physically, they're much better. Right. And Ed, you managed to get your hands on them, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I've got to go to the studio was not occupied, so I went and got Nickham. So, we've got this beautiful slipcase that comes apart, nice, almost...
Okay, these special edition codexes are sick. I just wish that they were more available for the people that really want them instead of going to scalpers and stuff.
In each piece as well. So every book's going to come with
BC, right, dude? Tower's so difficult right now. I love giant stompy robots. You guys know that. And like the ghost keel in that newer style that's got slightly rounder proportions to it is just fire. That thing is so on point. And it makes the crisis suits themselves look kind of lame. So yeah, if they did more in that style and updated them, and like the new Farsight and the new Shadow Sun, both of those absolutely killer. But your basic crisis suit is just, I don't know, man. It's a little lame at the moment. So I'm waiting, and I do appreciate that they've done a whole bunch of Tau auxiliaries. Like redoing all the crew was super duper cool, and then doing the Vespid was super rad. But like, come on, man, just give me some suits. How long has it been since we got a suit?
Make sure you get to one as soon as you possibly can, because I reckon they'll be selling up jokes. So there we go. That's the limited edition Chaos Codex is coming very soon. But I've had enough of talking about Chaos Build. We've got some other cool stuff coming. It's time to get a little bit Imperium. As the Grey Knights are seeing their update here too. That's what we got here.
Indeed, so this is the Sanctic Conclave Battle Force, the Grandmaster and
Oh, Battle Force.
Brotherhood Terminators and Strike Squad.
Those are still the same old Strike Squads. Those are squaddies. They haven't updated those at all. Or Galite Zotes. Yeah, dude, Zotes would be rad. I don't think any of this stuff is new. None of these Grey Knights are new. These are all the really old ones. Right, the baby carrier. You gotta admit, it would be totally fun to grab the baby carrier and throw an orc in it instead. Like, talk about a Morkanaut, man.
Full kit to represent the most heroic heroes of the Grey Knights in a Dread Knights ready to fight those great demons, with weapon upgrades including the Sublimator, the huge Psychic Melter, and a Nemesis Mace, which is what the thing has in common. Massive Psychic Blunt Force Trauma, which can destroy enemies. And there's also a Nemesis Flail, which is sort of like a Morning Star version as well, which is coming here as well. So we've got new weapons.
Put gases down on the
top. It's basically like a Nemesis Dreadnought kit with an upgrade sprue in there as well to make it into a Grey Knight.
I mean, every time they re-release Gaz, he doubles in size, so it checks out. Checks out. But leave the Marine in the carrier. No. You replace the Marine with Makari, and then that way Makari can't get away. He's all like stuck in there. You can use the guy from the front of the custom, or no, I can never remember it. The Snazwagon, the Boomdaka Snazwagon, the ground that's like that. You turn him into Makari, you put him in the baby carrier.
Of course, this is the new Crusade book, Armageddon. Armageddon is a war zone that will be familiar to many veteran Warhammer players. Alex, why is Armageddon such a big deal?
Well, it's been decided to make horrific invasions, and the world stands directly in the path of one of the Blood Crusades. It's split on all hill territory in Golgotha. However, they descended to plague the whole sector. Now, the amount of blood that has been spilled has basically fed the Red Angel's Gate when Angron first emerged into Armageddon, and as such, the Conqueror has heeded the call and arrived. So the world eaters have descended to Armageddon itself, but they're faced with regiments of Death Corps, Lundgren Space Wolves, Prime Chicago Black Templars, and the Grey Knights who have foreseen this invasion.
This is so cool. What a great way to kick off a new war zone. And this actual book itself is a Crusade book. If you've never played Crusade before, it's a wonderful way of linking your games together in a narrative sense, where your forces get enhancements or your units get upgrades as you go along. And it's a really cool way of playing 40k. If you've never played, I seriously recommend. We're playing at the moment. It's great fun. You can either choose to defend Armageddon, to attack Armageddon, or perhaps be one of the third party there, just not quite sure which side you're going to represent. Maybe.
Where did he go?
And there's a tree campaign inside the book for all those three factions as they sort of take the battle to the enemy over the course of Armageddon. It's great. We've got Crusade badges in there. There's focus on epic heroes, mighty deeds, fighting hellscapes as the barriers between warp and reality just merge, and what's really cool as well is there's rules for unbound demons flocking into your game as sort of non-player characters sort of running in and just taking both sides and just causing complete havoc as there's a demonic incursion on Armageddon, which is just great. So yeah, seriously, Armageddon Crusade coming very soon. Hey, do you know what? Armageddon does sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds this cool.
And imperial linchpin plagued by invasion and constant bloody warfare. Now the blood war across the planet's ravaged surface. On the brink of annihilation, the world's defenders issue a desperate plea for aid. Will anyone answer their call?
Space Wolves? Where are the orcs? It's our planet! They haven't shown one single orc in this entire freaking thing!
The Adeptus societies must halt the demonic tide.
What in the Gorgon work was that?
Noticed a whole new raft of space wolves.
I'm gonna flip the table!
Space Wolves are here. We've been waiting for them for a long time. And it's great to see a fantastic new range of miniatures coming your way for Space Wolves. Let's take a look because...
Listen here, you gits. This This is Armageddon. Who's on the cover?
There they are. This, particularly what we're seeing right now, is the Space Wolves Army launch set coming to you soon. Included in there is the Wolf Priest, the new Battle Leader, the Head Takers, the Blood Claws, and the Grey Hunters. We're all getting new miniatures there. We'll talk about all of
Where
them.
the orcs?
There as well. Oh wow. What a force. Let's have a look at some of this bit closer, shall we? Starting off with the Wolf Priest. Now, my compatriot Simon here tells me that aside from a random Games miniature some 20 years ago, this is the first time Games Workshop has done a Wolf Priest miniature, so it's great to see. And I'm right in thinking this is a kind of mix between...
Yeah, BC Steel Age is dead and gone, man. That every old school regiment is dead. There is no more Talon, there's no more Valhalla, there is no more Steel Legion, they're all gone. I don't even know that they exist really in the lore besides like being a little blurb in the book. But it's model scale and now they're done. Right? BC, aren't they going to be hot in those coats? Armageddon's pretty warm. Last I checked, it was a desert planet.
My favourite model of the box, this one. So cool. Again, lots of options here.
I don't understand how they could do an entire Armageddon book and a campaign and not have orcs. It's literally our home planet. I hope all of you know that, right? It's actually called Olenor, and it's the orcs' home planet. It's our planet. It's ours. They've gone soft for beakies. Yeah, Sad Master, I'm with you. Like, the whole, like, Cadia breaking thing was so cool in the lore. They should have literally killed Cadia there. Like, they should have made some other legion the new legion and just not even done Cadians. That would have been so much cooler. I don't know why they did the new Cadians. And frankly, they're ugly. I don't like them with the D-pads and stuff. Right? ID, right? Why are they doing Armageddon with no orcs? Oh, Jehu was Yark, part of Armageddon. That's where Yark made his name, my man. How are you? We got to do a lore on Armageddon? We could do a lore video. Where is he? Is he in here? He's not in here. He's not in here. But I have him. Like, I literally have him. Old Man Yark made his name on Armageddon. Nah, Yark's dead. They confirmed that. He's dead and gone. Which makes sense. I mean, it's been like, I don't know, 400 or 500 years in lore since he did his thing and he was already an old man then. I'm telling you, don't make no sense. If there is not a teaser at the end of this that shows an orc with the Armageddon thing, I am seriously going to flip a table.
They're really closely bonded units.
Oh, dude, Sabmaster, that Solar Auxilia Horus Heresy army is just on point. I want to do it into 40k, but I want to turn it into like Trader Mechanicus. I want it to be chaosy, and I want that new demon guy, Vastor. I want him as leader. I think that would be sick. Yeah, Old Big Mek will have to dust off the history books. We're going to have to answer this with a full lore video on Armageddon.
They are absolutely cool. I hate to admit it, but they might be one of the best core battle line units in the Imperial.
That's the perfect time to get worked. Angron is just right there. Okay, I would forgive all if this is all just a setup to get Angron onto Armageddon so Gaz can appear and rip him in half. That would be sick. That would be worth it.
Specialize in hunting down enemy champions, beasts, warlords, and Spherizian wolves that are closely bonded to them.
So, you guys, I did do a history on this codex and the worldwide campaign that they did with it, which was actually really, really cool. If you guys haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. That was a really, really good one. But that was on the real life Armageddon. We could totally do a lore video on the actual lore of Armageddon. Yeah, BC, it's really easy to turn Krieg into Steel Legion. I mean, that's frankly the way to go. But I mean, yeah, when Cadia fell, like they totally could have pivoted to Krieg being the new ones, or made Steel Legion be the new ones. Like I don't Gaz is playing more than 2-dimensional chess. Gaz is playing 6-dimensional nuclear war. That's what Gaz is playing.
They just set a new unit and a new core, which is terrifying. Of course, inside this box, we're also seeing the Space Wolves Codex supplement as well. Like I said, this is in conjunction with the Space Marines Codex as well, but it contains full background Space Wolves faction, the colour section with loads of cool shots of miniatures, army rules, everything except from the Codex, of course. There are 3 detachments inside, each with their own theme and their own saga to complete. Complete your saga, you get additional rules, which is really cool. In Crusade, there are new Oathsworn campaigns, expanding on those in Space Marines.
This is almost done.
Let's have a look now over to Question Corner. Ed, folks will be happy about Space Wolves, right? Surely
they are indeed. There's lots of love for Space Wolves. Space Wolves question though is, do we have Thunderwolf cavalry are still going to be?
Sorry guys, we actually had some super duper severe storm warning thing through here. There's supposed to be tornadoes and all sorts of stuff. We actually went and hid the cars and everything. So we got to go find them.
Just keep your eyes on what you
Alright,
now.
get back up. Catachans, yeah. Dude, BC Catachans have been rad. The 30 Space Wolves fans. Keith, I'm not happy either. Yeah, Jehi, the Stomp Box was our battle force for this edition.
Chaos Knights, do you know if they're ever getting a named character? That's another question that's been asked at the beginning. Well, I mean, I'm going to be real pedantic here, but in White Dwarf 509, they got 2 named characters in the combat patrol. So there we go, they already exist. As for other named characters in the future,
hey Calvin, let me know if you want more of those, bud. I'm still sitting on a whole bunch.
Yeah, Warhammer community's got all the information you can. Yeah, so tied into that, again, with questions about release dates, limited edition codexes, again, same thing, being able to walk on. Another question about them though is, are they releasing at the same time or are they staggered? Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, the Army Launch set's going to be released as itself, but then we'll see other stuff coming out later on as well. Release space and everything completely up to...
Come on guys, show us the orcs. Show us the orcs.
I know we've got plenty of questions.
Rock on, Calvin.
We can't say everything quite yet. Keep your eyes on our community. That's the place to look. I do have a potential law-based question. Obviously, we're coming back to Armageddon.
Yeah, I mean, it's only scheduled for an hour. This is it. Just the fact that they didn't do anything orcs in Armageddon is mind-blowing.
Yarrick is, as far as the Imperium is concerned, deceased. There was a great memorial for him.
He's right here.
So, unfortunately, no.
Well, at least, yeah, it's a pretty hard no. We read the Codex Custom at the time.
There was a Bobby.
Sorry, guys. He's an old man and a lawyer.
There was a body, he's done. God bury him.
Anything else? Yeah, again, there's just lots of questions about, you know, new minis, what might come next, and again, all those will just still be, you know what, check out Warcon. We would love to answer all those questions, guys, and that's obvious to ourselves, we totally understand, but we can't say everything right now, just keep working on Warcon's website.
Yeah, but you can't do, I mean, I get it not having new models or anything, but you can't do Armageddon without orcs.
So, coming up first, we've got the Thousand Suns. They're going to be marching with those new Sector robots. Then we've got the Space Wolves howling in, the World Eaters. Finally, the Death Guard are going to make a slow trip up the field.
I mean, quite soon as well. It's saying right now, actually, so they're really becoming real soon, which is good news for all you Chaos fans and Space Wolf fans. Now, what's coming next? We've got the Black Templars, we've got the Grey Knights, the Chaos Knights, and Imperial Knights are stomping over the horizon as we speak.
And a little bit further on,
The Salamanders.
coming now. I'm pretty sure I can guess at least two of these.
The last one's Imperial Fist. What's that middle one?
Definitely interesting. And in the far, far future, something's coming. It's a shadowy shape.
It's a Space Marine. Look at the backpack.
Let me know in the chat what you think that could be, because I've got a couple of theories. What do you reckon? I reckon there's a few theories. Yeah, me too. So there we go.
Oh, the middle one was Votan.
140,000. We've got just enough time for a couple more questions. Is there anything else that's burning people want to know? There's a lot of questions about Warcry, you know, where we're at in the current edition. Obviously, we've still got a lot of
No, there's not. There's 10 million questions about where the orcs are Armageddon.
nothing to report at the moment. Again, keep your
Stop
eye on-
playing.
Keep your eyes on the community for all updates. That sort of thing. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm with you, BC. The Votan definitely need more models. They should be sooner rather than later. Calvin, I'm with you, buddy. Let's go play 3rd edition. I got all my rule books right here. You know, you can actually play 3rd edition on Tabletop Simulator. Just saying, we could do a game.
He's been around for a very long time. But that's not to say that Backdoor is going to have some sort of hand in anything technological. He's happily shown up with the Pariah Nexus. Obviously, he's got Wormwood. It wouldn't surprise me if his claws got all over the place.
There we go. Do you know what? That's been an absolutely brilliant show. We've seen some fantastic releases.
No, it's been a terrible show because you didn't do anything worky.
We saw the Old World. We saw Guilty.
It's our planet. I can't shake this thing enough. Got to be kind to it. It's a collector's item. Good night, Keith. We'll let you know if they do a teaser.
Yeah, beautiful model. Me, I think the Spearhead fans, I'm really looking forward to see it.
I'm with you, Biscuit Eater. They need a crumpin', something fierce.
It's going to be good. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us here.
All right, it's either here or it's not.
Just a quick one. If you want to see any more pictures and information about what we've shown here today, make sure you go to the Warhammer Community website where you can have a look at some more pictures and check out more information. And also sign up to the newsletter there as well, which is where you'll get all the first information. You can sign up to our social media, which is again where you'll see loads of pictures. You can see Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Sign up there and get all the information.
I feel like that too, BC, but I mean, to not even mention orcs? The sheer disrespect.
The 140,000 Championship or the 140,000 Team Tournaments, they're all being streamed over the next 4 days up until Sunday, so do check them out right here on Twitch. Thanks to everyone involved behind the scenes, behind the camera, those of you in the chat, not you, absolute legend, thank you so much indeed. Alex, it's been a real pleasure. I think that's it, guys. I think we're signing out.
Come on.
Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next time. Cheers, bye.
Come on. You gotta be kidding me. There's nothing, is there? There's no teaser. There's no orcs on Armageddon? Alright, I have to go scream at something, and then I have to make a rant video. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, boys. That was a fun show, even if they totally blew Armageddon. We did see some cool things. There's definitely an Old Big Mek rant video coming. Let's go. All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.